I am the president of the Aspen Science Center, and the Aspen Science Center exists to advance the public understanding of science. And so as the president, I oversee our staff and our programs, as well as all our fundraising and marketing. And it's my responsibility to take the vision of the board of directors and the staff and myself and create a plan out of that, and then raise the money to implement the programs we want to deliver. Organizational culture can be a tricky thing. It's often one of those things that's overlooked when people talk about organizations. They talk about the organization design and the org chart and what people should be doing and how duties should be split up and the mission and the vision and all those things. And those things are important. But if you don't have the right culture, none of those things happen. I like to think that good ideas come from anywhere in an organization, from the top of the organization, the leadership, to the lowest levels of staff. And I think it's important to encourage that flow of ideas and encourage a dialogue and try to establish a culture where people feel like their ideas are heard and considered. I think there are a lot of things that go into leadership, and it's important to balance all of those. And that's the tricky piece, I think, because most people who are leaders are good in one or two areas in particular, and then the other areas they tend to ignore a little bit. And I think it's important to try to work on those areas where you're not as strong to become balanced and well-rounded. I think success is measured in many different ways. As long as I'm learning new things and growing, and I feel like I'm having an impact and making a difference in the world in some way, and I'm having fun, then I'm successful. Obviously there's a monetary component in there somewhere, but I've also learned that having more money doesn't necessarily make you happier. Some of the best advice that I've ever gotten is to be yourself. It's better to have half the people love you and half the people hate you than have everybody think you're just average. Because if you're just average, you're just kind of average. But if half the people love you, then you've got ardent supporters. It's hard when you feel like you're the lone voice crying out, but oftentimes you're not. If you speak up, others will too.